What I am about to reveal today completely changes the game for the Seattle Seahawks heading into 2026, and it is going to have rivals across the league shaking. We just reached the mountaintop and brought the Lombardi home, but behind the scenes, things are heating up with decisions that could either spark a new dynasty or tear our championship defense apart. Between some disrespectful rankings, snubbing our stars, and bold draft strategies, the energy in Seattle is electric. You are not going to believe what we have lined up. So grab a coffee, hit that like button, and let us dive in. Also, subscribe now because we are pushing for 1,000 subs. You know that feeling when you are the reigning Super Bowl 60 champs, yet the national media still acts like they are blind to the talent on this roster. PFF just dropped their top 101 players of 2025 list, and it is a total mix of respect and pure shade that honestly stings if you bleed blue and green. We already knew we had 4 guys in the top 20, but once the full list leaked, the 12s went nuclear on social media. Seeing Julian Love, DeMarcus Lawrence, Sam Darnold, and the big cat Leonard Williams making waves in the top 100 is great, but the real drama is in the higher spots. Our rookie Nick Emenwari landing at number 79 is honestly poetic justice. The kid was a force in the regular season and played like a seasoned vet in the playoffs, racking up 13 tackles and a clutch fumble recovery when the lights were brightest. How he did not win Defensive Rookie of the Year is beyond me, but at least PFF admits he is elite. Things really get heated when you look at our backfield though. Kenneth Walker III coming in at number 33 and the 3rd best running back in the league has sparked a massive debate. On one hand, he led the NFL in forced missed tackles, proving he is a nightmare to bring down. On the other, some fans wonder if he was consistent enough in the regular season compared to guys with more scores. The fan base is split, but one thing is for sure, he is looking for a massive payday this offseason, and the Seahawks have to decide if they are ready to break the bank for a generational playmaker. And what can you even say about Devin Witherspoon? He is the heartbeat of this defense. Even without crazy interception numbers, he was the only corner in the league with a 90.0 PFF grade. He plays with an edge that terrifies receivers, and he is elite against the run. But the real gut punch was seeing Jackson Smith-Njigba, our Offensive Player of the Year, ranked behind Puka Nacua at number 4. That is straight up disrespectful. JSN accounted for nearly half of our receiving yards without an MVP throwing him the rock. This snub is just fuel for the fire as we chase that repeat. The Super Bowl high is still buzzing through the streets of Seattle, but while we are out here celebrating, John Schneider is locked in his office grinding away at a puzzle that would keep anyone up at night. We have the honor of picking last in the first round of the 2026 draft, but the situation is shaky because Seattle only has 4 picks in the entire draft. That puts an insane amount of pressure on every single move, and the name gang serious team for that 32nd pick is Clemson corner Avion Terrell. And yeah, the name sounds familiar because he is the brother of Falcons star A.J. Terrell. David Deshaun over at The Athletic dropped this news, and fans are already spiraling over whether this is the move. The upside is tempting, even if Avion lacks his brother's height. He makes up for it with the kind of ball hawk instincts you rarely see in college. Schneider proved with Spoon that he does not care about being undersized if a player has that dog in them to fit Mike McDonald's scheme. With heavy hitters like Rick Woolen and Josh Jobe hitting free agency, our secondary could look like Swiss cheese if we do not act fast. Just imagine Terrell lining up across from Witherspoon with Emenwari patrolling the slot. It would be a nightmare for every quarterback in the NFC West. But this is where the suspense builds and Schneider's chess match begins. Is it really worth burning our only elite pick on a fully guaranteed first-round contract? A lot of draft gurus think the smart play is trading back from 32 with a team desperate for a quarterback. That would give us more draft capital, which we desperately need to rebuild our depth. The talent gap between the end of the first and early second round is tiny, but the cap relief and extra picks would be pure oxygen for our roster. If no one bites on a trade, Terrell is a hell of a consolation prize, but the risk of running out of ammo for the rest of the draft is real and honestly a bit scary. And believe me, the financial drama only gets more intense from here. The championship parade was one for the books, but the financial hangover for the Seahawks is hitting hard. The clock started ticking the second the confetti hit the turf. And now John Schneider faces his biggest test yet. We are looking at $72 million in cap space, which sounds like a gold mine to the average fan. But in the NFL, it is a 1,000-piece puzzle where some pieces just are not going to fit. The number one priority that has the 12s divided is the future of Kenneth Walker III. The man was the Super Bowl MVP, finished with a ridiculous 91.5 PFF grade, and proved he is the engine of this offense. How do you let a guy like that walk away? But the running back market is a cold business, and K9 is going to want a bag that matches his elite production. If we pay him, who gets the short end of the stick? Bradley Locker from PFF made it clear that losing some key personnel is unavoidable, and the vibe behind the scenes is tense. It is not just about Walker, though. We have a list of essential guys like Rashid Shaheed, Boy Mafe, Tariq Woolen, and Josh Jobe, all looking for that championship pay raise. On top of that, Schneider has to be 10 steps ahead and start planning extensions for Jackson Smith-Njigba and Devin Witherspoon, our 2023 stars who are about to get very expensive. The big question keeping fans awake is who is actually indispensable to our defensive identity. Some say Josh Jobe is the key to our depth, while others think without the explosion of JSN, our passing game takes a massive step back. With only 4 draft picks, free agency becomes our only real battleground to reload. Every dollar spent on a homecoming deal is a dollar we cannot use to find a replacement on the open market. It is a constant game of chicken that will determine if we repeat or head into a painful rebuild. Schneider's strategy has to be surgical, because one wrong move could dismantle the best defense Seattle has seen in years. The anxiety is real because we all know we cannot keep everyone. Being a Seahawks fan right now is a total roller coaster. From the lack of respect in the PFF rankings for Jackson Smith-Njigba to the high-stakes salary cap, chess match for Kenneth Walker III and Devin Witherspoon, the road to 2026 is going to be wild. Schneider needs to be a wizard to balance this cap and the draft with just 4 picks. At the end of the day, what would you do? Would you pay our Super Bowl MVP or let the defensive stars walk to keep the offense loaded? Drop your takes in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let us hit that 1,000 sub goal. Go Hawks!